pretend to be the guy, or do you want to be the guy?
You can have anything you want in life, but work hard. They faked it, and they got into the right rooms, and the right rooms opened the right doors. That's my little rant. Stop buying stupid crap. Buy something that's going to produce cash first. Throw that shit away. Yo, welcome back to another fire episode of the Winners Club podcast, where even when we don't win, we learn, and learning is a form of winning. And before I introduce my co-host and special guest, let me make a shout out to Monster Energy Drink. Hold on real quick. I hope you guys can hear this. That's damn good, guys. Guys, to my right, we got the number one co-host, PJ.
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Back again. I don't know how many episodes he's been on, but we got my nephew, Brandon Tran, special guest.
What's up? What's up?
Today's going to be an interesting one, guys. You know, what came to my mind was I looked back into my life, and I had to think long and hard before I had all the stuff, before I had the accolades and the credentials. Did I ever fake it to make it? And I thought that'd be an interesting topic, especially for a lot of our listeners out there. Should you be faking it till you make it?
Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. What do you think, man? I'm gonna ask our special guest back at it again first. Brandon, what do you think? Should you fake it till you make it?
I mean, give me some context. You know?
All right, cool. Let's bring this into the real estate world, man. So you're a new agent over here, and maybe you meet some potential buyers or sellers, and you really want to close a deal. So you pretend that you claim that you're the best realtor in the world. You've been selling all the homes left and right. You did 10 deals last week, and that they should work with you. Do you think somebody should do that to lock in the deal?
I mean, I've done it before, to be honest. I mean, I've gone to an appointment and you kind of talk to these mega $1 million clients.
Yeah, one of our new sound panels just fell off.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's raining.
Go ahead, continue.
And they come to me, probably my first big clients. Have you sold a $5 million home before? Sure. I may not know, but at least if I am gonna fake it, I'm gonna make damn sure that I do the research before I get to the appointment.
For sure.
I at least reach out to the right people to get the knowledge.
For sure.
So if you need to do it to get that appointment in a real estate context, sometimes you gotta, but you better come ready to back up what you claim.
I kind of understand that, and I kind of agree, because it's not 100% like a lie. I mean, it is still your field, and because I've done that. For a video contact, somebody's like, "Oh, have you ever done something like this before?" In my head, I'm like, "No, but I know I could do it." You know what I mean? It's probably like the same concept. So
I think it might get a little confused with just being more confident in yourself.
Yeah.
It's not that, it's I know I can do it.
Yeah.
So they ask you, "Can you do it?" Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
Whether I've done it or not, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Maybe if they ask you, you don't have to say I've done it. You could just say I could do it.
Yeah, I could do it.
So it's not really lying or faking it. What do you think, Brian?
I think in that particular context that you gave, I've done it that way, and I was never successful.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you fake it, people can tell.
Yeah.
You can fake a little things. You can fake the materialistic things, and we'll go into that a little bit later in the podcast. But I think when you try to fake your credentials, people can see through it.
Yeah.
Like if you come to me, and let's say you bluff and you say you have, I don't know, let's say you have a coffee shop, or a boba shop, and you whatever reason you just want to flex, and you want to try to build that rapport with me, I can ask a few questions and quickly find out whether or not you actually own one or not.
Yeah.
So how good are you at faking it? Because if you never sold a $5 million property, there are certain things, certain marketing. And the thing is that if they interviewed 5 other agents, chances are they kind of have a good idea of who's legit and who's not.
Yeah.
Because the 4 other agents that they interviewed probably somewhere along the lines said the same thing, just a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And if you come out of the ballpark and you're way off, they're probably gonna be like, this guy's never sold anything. And especially nowadays, you can't lie. Like, I mean, everything's on Zillow. Your statistics is all on Zillow.
Yeah.
I think the better way to fake it is you bring on somebody who has done it.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to partner in that specific context where you bring on somebody who sold multiple $5 million deals.
Yeah.
You may only give up 50%, but at least now you basically you can claim that what you've done.
Yeah.
Right? And that becomes legit. That's faking it because you never personally done it. But now the prospect, I'm not lying to them because my partner here has done it.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was talking more about just sometimes you need to just get that appointment first.
Yeah. On a cold call, I'm President Barack Obama.
Yeah.
You know, I could be
on a
anybody.
cold call on a first time meeting, like just to get the appointment, and then you come with the fire.
Yeah.
Come ready.
Brandon, was that your first deal ever that you had to do that?
It wasn't a first deal. I've done many deals at that point, enough that I can talk to them.
Okay. How about what do you guys think that maybe on your first very deal, do you think you should let them know like, hey, it's my first deal?
It depends on your swagger. If you like, I know people who lead with it.
Yeah.
And it comes off very genuine.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'll give this guy a shot.
Yeah.
Or, okay, hey, I really want to work with you, but maybe you could bring somebody on. Or like, if somebody comes at me and they come at me hard, a lot of flex.
Yeah.
Chances are I'm like, okay, this guy got it all. All right, what do you need me for?
Yeah.
But if a young kid comes at me and he's like, yo, I want to learn. I want to do this. I want to do X, Y, and Z. And he's like, but I don't know where to start. Well, granted, he got to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But if I see that the kid is hungry, got drive, and is like,
yeah,
humble,
yeah,
I guess. I don't like to use the word humble, but just kind of genuine and eager to learn, I'll probably help that kid out.
Yeah. Yeah.
With a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, I get pitched and sold all the day.
Yeah. Well, let me ask a question. What would you guys, right? You know, you guys both do big deals, work with like multiple different peoples, you know, whether it's contractors or, you know, your flippers, this and that. But would you rather work with somebody who's going to like faking it to the make it, or is just completely outright honest with you? It's like, hey, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I will make sure that I'll find out, and I'll be honest with you the whole process to get it done.
Depends on the task at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a very important task where I can't afford a F up?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it something like, whatever, give it a shot?
Yeah.
You know, like, you want to rent out one of my apartments? You want to show me if you can rent it out? Give it a shot. Here's a cheaper one.
Yeah.
Like, whether you take a month or something like that, it's not going to break my bank, but at least I give you a shot. But, okay, if I'm going to trust you to go sell one of our high-end flips and you haven't done anything, probably not, bro.
Yeah.
I'll give you a shot, but you better, you can shadow maybe one of the top agents that we're going to hire for the job.
Yeah. What do you think, Brandon? Would you rather work with somebody who's completely honest with you, or kind of like faking it?
I think, I'll probably go with the more honest person.
Yeah.
I mean, if I know where they're coming from and I just see that they're working hard, that means a lot more to me than someone just, coming in and saying, I can do this, I can do this. But when it's time for them to perform and you give them, a softball,
yeah,
you can't perform, then it just messes up everything,
Yeah.
Then you got to go back and backtrack and you got to work and kind of cover up tracks.
For sure. I think this is an interesting topic. What I'm really picking up from both you guys is saying it's honesty kind of does favor your side more if you're trying to get into, a certain position or whatever it is, because you're setting the expectations from the jump, right? As if you're, over here like, I'm the best, I'm biggest, like we're going to get $1 million profit, and, you nothing close to that. You're setting the expectation way too high, and then your work is very subpar from that. So,
yep.
Little white lies, okay, Brian says he's 6 foot. He's only 5'11". Little white lies, okay. But if he says he's 6'5", then no. You're too tall.
Yeah. There's definitely exceptions to it. So I want to ask some more. You were mentioning the materialistic things. What is your opinions on using materialistic things? Because let's be honest, there's a lot of like fake gurus out there, right, on social media. Rent the Lambo, sell the course, this and that. what is your opinion on that? Like faking it with materialistic things.
Never do it. Don't do it.
I think more often than not, those people always get called out at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see any real value. Like, just because you drive a Lambo doesn't mean I'm gonna want to work with you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of jackasses that drive Lambos and stuff like that. I still never work with them.
Yeah.
They bought those baby cash.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything to. I mean, you're just there to flex on kids,
Yeah.
you know, or your peers, but never try to do that, because at the end of the day, you're just wasting your capital to do other things. Now, granted, some people are going to argue with me like, oh, but if I get a Lambo, I can get into like the car events and mingle and mixer and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you if you never really could have afforded that car, you're not going to be able to keep up with those guys and what they do.
Even
Yeah.
if you get in there, you can't afford to do anything.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, you want to, cool, you meet me up. But now it's like, oh yeah, you want to go meet me in Tahoe or something like that? We'll go out and we'll golf, but you can't afford it because you done blew all your money on the Lambo.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, man, don't flex material things. I don't think it does anything. You wearing a Gucci belt, LV belt doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
For most people in business. Like, wear a suit that it fits you. Doesn't have to be name brand, but as long as it looks good and it fits you, nobody gives a damn about whether or not it's Armani or Versace.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I see hella people flex.
Yeah.
I think they look like clowns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just me. What do you think, Brandon?
I mean, I agree. I mean, if you got it like that, sure.
Yeah, but this is not. But
true
this
self.
is flexing.
But for the
try
point
to-
of flexing
Yeah.
and trying it,
no, not even flexing. This is trying to fake it by looking successful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because we got to give the audience context of what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people are going to take it and run it the other way.
This is the
context is
exact example though of
Yeah.
Going on Instagram, right? Showing the Rolex, showing the cars, the rented cars, and then putting Bay Area's #1 realtor.
yeah. I mean, those
That's
guys
nothing.
always get called out.
Yeah.
Those are the guys wearing, Gucci belts and all designer clothes, and you go to the club and you get your car denied.
Yeah, kind of. That doesn't do anything for business.
Yeah.
Because it's a business podcast, right? Like, does that help business? Will that make me want to hire you? No. I'd much rather, if you're going to flex something, flex the
muscle.
thing that you have between your two ears, your brain, your knowledge, your skills. Flex that. Show me what's in there.
Yeah.
Not because you got a watch and you got, I don't know, like a shirt that says Balenciaga. Bro, why you shouldn't be wearing Balenciagas right now? Those pedophiles. You know what I mean? Can't believe it. Some people still wear that
The
stuff.
children, man. The
Yeah.
children.
Throw that shit away.
Yeah.
I will clown on you if I see you wear a Balenciaga shirt around me and the shoes that look like socks. Clowns. You know what I mean? Don't try to flex with that stuff.
Unless you're Randy Garcia. 'Cause
Randy Garcia, you can never wear that around me. You better wear that when you don't see me.
You know who you are.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I mean, like, I don't think it does anything. Like people ask, like, oh, did your Ferrari do anything for you, like your business? Did it help you get the $5 million, $6 million? Like, no, it never did.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it did do something,
Yeah.
right? But it did do something in the sense that it brought credibility
Yeah.
to my success.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a different story.
Yeah.
But I had success. But people but if you don't have that, like,
I mean, you made the success without the Ferrari.
made the success first, then the Ferrari just kind of add to it.
And also the Ferrari was more
But
for
I don't
you
even-
than anything.
Yeah. I think people, it just made people kind of wonder, like, oh man, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Right. But then I had the skills to back it up.
And I think it kind of goes in progression too, right? If you go to someone like, cool car, how'd you get the car? I do this business. How you do this business, and you can talk about
Yeah, but
all
you
the
have the
steps you did,
skills.
all the skills that you did to
Yeah.
grow the business.
Yeah.
That's why you got the cool item. Versus, I got the cool item. How'd you get it?
Credit cards.
Credit.
I worked hard.
Yeah.
How do you pay for it?
No details.
Then you kind of get stuck. So, I mean, the cool stuff, the watch, the car, you can have the short conversations about that. But where you have like the deep conversation, meaningful, is once you get into the business and how you make the money and how you can help each other.
For sure. I think also too, it's like, you have to deserve those things, right? You have to, I mean, that's exactly how it's been for forever, right? You work hard, and once you're at a point, you deserve things. It's not like backwards where it's like, I'm going to do it first. The world's going to give me stuff, and then you're worthy. So, but I want to transition, and I want to ask something. I want to bring it a little bit more back. That's a little bit more of a general concept, right? Of like faking it till you make it. Because, you could do it in a lot of situations, right? Like even going out with like your friends and covering bills and paying things that you don't have the means to. Maybe you have the means to do it for that night, but when you go home, you're going to be broke or overdrafted or whatever. What's your thoughts on that? And maybe even some advice for people who want to, because it's a good thing, right? It's people mean well. They want to impress their friends. They want to, look like that guy.
Let me take a minute to say that there are people out there who will disagree because they faked it and they made it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like they faked it and they got into the right rooms and the right rooms opened the right doors.
Mm-hmm.
That will always be an exception.
Yeah.
Because those guys maybe had they actually had the skills maybe.
Yeah.
They're one of, the exception.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is you never want to be the exceptions. You want to follow the rules that have made people rich and successful.
Yeah.
So I want to say that because, yes, it may work for some of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But for the beginner, the new entrepreneur starting out, where you have nothing and you thinking buying a Lambo is going to help you blow up your business, I'm going to say that 9 out of 10, you're probably going to screw up and you're just going to burn money that you need to A, survive, and B, expand your current business and your skills.
Yeah.
Okay? Because in the beginning, especially if you don't have the real means to buy these nice cars and the fancy dinners and cover the bills, let's say you go out, like, how much did I spend this week? Let me see. We spent like $2,000 frivolously on our team and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say that. You guys do the same. That $2,000 to me does nothing for my life. Meaning, like, I'll make it again. I've already made it again. The first of the month is coming around the corner. My rentals are going to come in and replenish my accounts. Do you have the same?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you have to go trade time for money?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're you're watching this episode and you're like, well, I don't have money to invest. Oh, I don't have money to put aside. I don't have money to buy properties. Well, why is that?
Yeah.
You see, the thing is that if you're doing that and you're like, it's only $2,000. Yeah, but to you, how many hours did you have to trade for that $2,000?
It's 100 hours of work right there for you, sir.
Yeah, if you're making $20 an hour, how many hours? Probably more than that, because after tax, you're only taking home like $12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it's important in the beginning that you don't do it because you need that capital to deploy.
Yeah.
You need to build enough capital to where when you deploy it, it can go and change your life.
Yeah.
You keep doing that, it just creates bad habits after bad habits, and you'll never catch up. Your earning capacity will never catch up to your spending capacity.
Yeah.
That's your basic finance, Keep your accounting right.
I think that's like the definition of delayed gratification.
Yeah.
Right? Like your time will come. Just kind of wait it out a little bit. Figure out your next plan, your next new idea. I keep going on this, but I want to hear your take on it,
because I'm about to go on a rant. Go.
Delayed gratification is exactly the point.
Yeah.
Like,
what is your advice though to the person who wants to start spending money and like, I want to look like the guy, pay the big dinners, you know what I mean? Like, what's your advice for that young buck?
Sit there and think about it. Do you want to pretend to be the guy or do you want to be the guy? Don't go out, and if you don't got it and you don't have the means, don't. Go figure out how you can get there. What's the better way that you can get into a room and have a conversation? How can you grow your skills?
I like that.
So you can become that guy.
You could be him.
You could be him.
It's okay. Your time to become him will come if you're smart about your decisions, if you're smart about your spending. But right now, it's okay to be a Himothy. Little Himothy.
Hey, man.
Look, you're just a him in the making.
Yeah.
Okay? Just know that. Your time will come.
It's an okay title from us, guys. If you're in the making, it's okay.
Yeah.
As long as you're not permanently Himothy.
Little Himothy.
Permanently.
I think he's been a theme on the show. I'm that Little Himothy.
No, it was Little Timmy. Now I changed it. It's Himothy.
Timmy's Himmy.
I'm him and you're Himothy.
All right.
Anyways, all right.
You got your
go
rant
off about this.
Yeah, go your rant. Go on your
I
rant.
gotta go on a rant because God damn it, this thing, you got me stirred up. I know people who drive BMWs, a used BMW that breaks down all the time because German cars, you're not supposed to own these things. They're pieces of crap after X amount of years. You know what I mean? But they don't have a house.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about, I don't care if you have a house. You can rent where you live. I'm planning on renting where I live.
Yeah.
Because I want to deploy that money to go buy more investments, but you don't have no investments.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have, you complain all day, but when I look at them and I'm like, how the hell do you have all these name brands? And I still shop at H&M.
Yeah.
Right? I buy $6 shirts and $20 jeans.
Hey, they're not that bad.
You know what I mean?
On too.
Because it's not that clothing isn't important. I like nice stuff too.
Yeah.
But me buying a like that, I'm like, could my money be spent somewhere else?
Yeah.
That's what you guys got to get into your head when you guys thinking about faking it to look a certain way or to impress people that don't freaking matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my rant. Like, damn, I see people come out with LV bags and I'm like, you got nothing to your name.
Yeah.
Your net worth, let me tell you something. You guys know what a net worth is? You know how they calculate that stuff? They take all your assets and they minus all your liabilities.
Oh, really?
That Gucci belt, that LV belt, all that crap, it doesn't add any value.
Yeah.
A Rolex watch actually might.
Yeah, I was going to say that
Gold,
too.
silver, sure.
Yeah.
Right? But I'll tell you this, if you have a big chain, you lost money because, you spend all the money on the labor.
Yeah.
But that stuff doesn't add up anything.
Yeah. I think the watches are probably an exception.
It's probably the only ones, and not all of them are investments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my little rant. Stop buying stupid crap. Buy something that's going to produce cash first. Then you can go buy whatever you want with the cash that is being generated by your assets.
Yeah.
But the moment you spend hard-earned money of your time, you're an idiot. It's okay to splurge yourself a little bit, but if that's all, if 100% of your income is going towards just materialistic stuff, that's dumb.
I like it. You heard it here first, guys.
And let me tell you guys this
to
smash that point through. Ask yourself how much you make a year. It's very simple. Find out how much you make a year. Divide that and figure out how much you're worth an hour.
Yo.
Our studio's falling apart.
Hey, it's the first day of the upgrades.
Okay, hold
guys,
on. Let me go back to it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. It's just aesthetics.
It's just
Ask
materialistic.
yourself how much you're worth an hour. Is it $50? Is it $100 an hour? And then I want you to think about what's the last thing you bought, the last dumb purchase you made. How much was it? Was it $500? Was it $1,000? Was it $2,000? And then, especially for those of you guys who hate your jobs, you literally had to sit there. Let's say you made $100 an hour. You bought a $100 belt. You spent 10 hours at that job you freaking hate for that stupid belt.
Yeah.
When you could have put that money aside, delayed gratification, stacked enough to where you bought a property, and then you bought another property, and eventually you look back and you're like, holy crap, my properties make way more money than my actual job, and I can quit this stupid freaking job that I hate so much.
Yeah. That's a bigger flex.
Think about that before you buy that belt. You see, sometimes you have to go big. A lot of you guys don't think about this.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys don't actually be like, man, I could actually quit my job if I do this for 10 years. And you guys like, who the hell wants to do this for 10 years? Who wants to eat crap for 10 years?
Yeah.
Fine. Eat crap for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Hate your job.
Yeah.
I don't hate my job. I love my job.
Yeah.
All right. Rant done.
No, I like that, because that's true, right? No, I don't. I feel like not a lot of people are looking in the grand scheme of things, and people want to stay in this. Oh no, I don't have enough money. I gotta wait 2 weeks to buy another belt or enough money to go to the club. You know, and it's just a cycle. It's a vicious cycle that I believe needs to be broken. So,
dude, most of the time you buy this stuff, you don't even care after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The belts and stuff like that. I don't have any nice belts. I don't even wear a belt, you know?
Yeah.
But like, it's just like, I'm bored of it.
Yeah, I wanted to buy a belt recently.
I'm a slappy PJ.
I swear, I wanted to.
Go to Ross.
No more belts.
I always told myself, because I was like, oh yeah, when I make it, I want to go to Louis Vuitton and I'm gonna buy a belt.
Man,
but then I started looking.
People look like clowns.
Use a
You know how when they
shoelace.
buy nice belts and then they want everybody to see it, they raise the shirt up so it hits over the buckle.
I was about to pull up
But then
next
their
week.
belly's, but then their belly's so big that it covers the buckle. So like, you know, what's that fancy brand? The H one?
Yeah, the Hermes.
Yeah. They don't have an H because their belly's so big. They have an N. You better work on yourself before you buy a belt, bro. You so big, you don't need a belt.
Yeah.
I was just kidding. Hey,
Guilty.
you know what?
I got one.
Have fun.
But
Yo,
my
you know
belly
what?
goes under.
You know, like,
I earned it.
but most people it just looks ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it just goes back to your point. You know, it's like, I was like, oh, dude, that's a sick belt. And he's like, yeah, I'll see you later. And then he hops in his like 2002 Honda Accord, and you're like, all right, bro, like something's up. You know what I mean? Like something's going on.
I'm the
So,
opposite. I usually look like a bum. I wear like the same Kohans. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're beat up. If I went to a construction site, they're beat up. And then I wear like the same black jeans, and they're probably dusty from the construction site. And then they're like, man, look at this bum. And I get in my Bentley. Yeah.
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 That's the way to live, in my opinion. You know, like those are the cool things to
You can
strive
have both.
for.
Work hard
know?
enough to where you can have both. You can have anything
Yeah.
you want in life, but work hard. And that's why I think faking it till you make it, bringing it back, faking it till you make it. I just think that most people don't do it correctly. It's better that you don't do it. Don't spend the money. Invest it first, and then flex.
Yeah.
Have something to prove for it. And I promise you, number one, the car will feel so much better,
Yeah.
or the watch will feel so much better. And then the conversation that you will be able to have with people will be more genuine.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Talk your crap and back it up.
Yeah.
Do it. Let's. I want to wrap this up, Brandon. What are your some last thoughts, man?
I mean, that's it. You know, like if you gotta talk shit and white lie a little bit, do
Yeah.
it. But you better be able to back it up.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure. I like that. So what I really want to take away, we did say a lot of things on this podcast, super fire episode, because it went left, right, up and down, touched a lot of subjects, but I think really for the audience is to be aware of your situations and be aware of your next 5 years to come. If you want to do these things, you want to pay the bills, you want to buy the cars, you want to live that life, and you don't have it, start thinking about, okay, how can I get there then? I shouldn't do it now, but what will I do in the next 2 years that's going to get me there? And to use that, your situation, your negative situation, whatever you want to call it, to drive you to that next level.
Let's go, guys. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you like it and you want us to talk about a certain topic, comment down below wherever you're listening. We're always watching it. We're paying a very close attention to it. And we want to create content for you guys. Peace.
Peace.